Weather's starting to finally get beautiful. Here we are. We have finished the vintage Boomerang. We're testing it. He was just driving it. Drives really good. He's got the Dumbo RC radio set with it, and he's got a gyro in the receiver. So we've just been making sure that the programming was correct. He was just driving it. I have mine. I just got the steering issue that I had corrected, but I didn't bring the body and the remote's dying. So I don't want to hear the Fly Sky beeping. So I'll charge that and then drive mine with the body on it later. But this thing drives really nicely. He had gone ahead and changed the wheels up. He got some hexes, and these are just some Amazon aftermarket wheels. They seem to hold up pretty well though. But yeah, this pretty cool to see this 30-something-year-old vehicle. Actually, it's close to 40 years now. I don't know if he got it in '85 when it came out, or if he got it in the early '90s. So either way, it's nice to see some new life breathed into this vintage machine. We both have the bodies done up the same, except mine has the metallic white instead of the regular white. We replaced some of the components on it. The rear arms, the chassis, the battery stay. I forget, there was just a handful of things that were tired from the old age that we replaced it with, and now it's a new machine. We did the same with his RC10. We did a Tamiya TT02 and a Tamiya TC01. So he's got 4 vehicles. His son has an RC10. His son also has a Boomerang that we're going to refurbish, and his son has an old 12th scale pan car from Kyosho. I'm not sure the model. So those are some of the things that we'll be working on next. I haven't been recording everything with these projects just because I want to do it for the sake of doing it and not for the sake of making a video. I've also been going through some stuff in my personal life, so I've slowed down a little bit on making videos and honestly running my RCs. I also have a sports bike, and I've got it disassembled to put some parts on it, but I've just been preoccupied. So I think I'm at the point now where I'm gonna start getting back to things regularly, can focus. So yeah, stay tuned, because I'm still here. But yeah, I'll continue this video when I get home and have my stuff charged, and I'll drive my Boomerang, maybe on the track, we'll see. I've also got some yard work to do, so it might not be today, but anywho. Alright, so it's a couple days later. We're gonna give the re-release its maiden voyage. Hopefully the suspension angle keeps the front end dog bones lined up correctly, because when it's like this, things bind up. So hopefully under its own weight we'll have a successful drive. I'm not a fan of the tires not being glued, but that's okay. Well, drives as it should. Drives straight. That's good. I think his is a little faster. If I recall, it had the speed gear in it versus the... well, it had the 15 tooth. This is the 13 tooth. Nothing too exciting here. I just want to see how it does off-road. I gotta say, I think his was faster. It was a lot of fun driving that the other day. Got all my chickens outside. I moved the big chickens into the greenhouse for now, and I moved the little chickens and ducks and turkeys all into there. Nice, I don't have to clean up the little enclosure I had inside for them anymore. The suspension's not binding up. So that's good. I'm just coming down here to the track. Since I drove my buddies on-road the other day, I want to see how they do off-road. I gotta come down here and do some weeding. It's a little underwhelming here. I think I might have to put that other spare gear on. I'm able to hit full throttle. I am satisfied with this build, and I am satisfied with the way it drives. I may change the gearing because I think it's a little slow, and I gotta really look into why the front end dog bones are binding up. All four of the dog bones were the same length in the kit, so I don't know. This thing drives pretty cool. I can only imagine back in the 80s how much fun these were. Definitely got to get out to this track and just work on it. Maybe just more driving on it will suffice. But yeah, I'm really excited to race with Anthony on here. Hopefully Joe will get some 10th scale stuff and race with us, or bring his stuff over and we'll race what we've got. All right, after this next jump, we'll check in and see how it's doing as far as... Oh. That guinea hen always has something to say. I just want to make sure the tires are coming loose. They fit very tight to the wheel, so I don't think they are. Just want to be sure the beads haven't come off. They haven't, that's good. Yeah. This thing actually is pretty planted. It feels like it would be hard to flip the way it drives. All right, so I'd say these maiden voyages were successful. I definitely got to look into some other wheels, because I got those hexes. I forgot. I lengthened that turn right there, so I always go early on it. Ooh! First rollover because of some debris. So yeah, anyways, both maiden voyages were successful. Change the gearing and drive this again. And then see what other wheels I can find for it. The sun was just out, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. I rolled it over one more time. One thing that worries me is how flimsy this spoiler mount is. Might have to order another one. But yeah, just gonna have to use the compressor to dust it off, and gonna look into some other wheels. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I killed the rest of that battery, and it drives really, really well. Even though it's slow, it's even more fun than some of the faster nitro stuff I have, just because of what it is, you know, a vintage re-release. So it's cool to see these things function. It's cooler to see the other one that we refurbished, because we replaced a lot of parts and just, you know, breathed complete new life into it. So and it drives really well. This one could drive better, but I gotta drive it more to see what I want to change on it. So I'm satisfied with the maiden voyages of both my buddies and my Boomerang, and I know what I'm looking forward to doing with it in the future. So stay tuned. We'll be driving this and doing those things slowly to it. So if you've made it this far, thank you for your interest in radio control. Thank you for your interest in my channel, and stay tuned because there's plenty more. So